In this video, I want to explain what a guardianship bond is. So a lot of our clients become guardians. We help them go through that process. And at some point, they may be asked to get a bond. So what is a bond and what is the purpose of it? So the idea of a bond is a lot like an insurance policy. Because a guardian has access to the incapable person's funds if they're guardian of property, in theory, they could mismanage those funds and that money could disappear. So the idea of a bond, this insurance policy, is a way of protecting the incapable person's assets. And a lot of family members don't mind it, and others really don't like the idea. It's quite offensive to them that they have to post security to take care of their loved one when they're already acting as a caregiver. So I do appreciate that. But in any event, the idea is to protect the incapable person's assets. And so there's different companies, much like with insurance, there's different companies, and they might have different policies in terms of what they're willing to offer, what the cost can be. In many cases, the bond will actually be paid out of the assets of the incapable person. So their money will be used towards paying for the premiums every year. And a bond is not required in all cases. It tends to be needed based on the level of assets that the incapable person has. And it varies a little bit. The public guardian and trustee has their own thresholds, at which point they will request a bond. So if the individual has a certain amount of money, but the person applying to be guardian is their spouse, maybe they don't. But if that person isn't a spouse, but a sibling or someone else, a bond might be needed. If it's a certain amount of money, but most of it's tied up in real estate, bond might not be needed. So it depends on the net worth of the individual, how much is tied up in real estate, and who is applying to be the guardian. Another reason a bond might be required is if the guardian lives outside Ontario, and even more so if they live outside Canada. In those cases, generally a bond will be insisted upon by the public guardian and trustee. Although if someone is seeking guardianship through the court system, that applicant can actually ask the judge to dispense with the bond so that they can become guardian without even needing a bond in place. So that's it for this video, a quick overview of the bonds. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one.